Hey guys, welcome back to Diving Deep in Thought. You're here with Elias, and today I want to talk to you guys about when we look to the left and to the right at other people and we find ourselves second, or we believe that we are the victim of life and we can't take it on anymore. We've got two actual options, only two. You can be bitter or you can be better. You can be that person that complains and says you're the victim. Yeah, things don't go my way. I got to pay bills. I got to wake up every morning. I got to answer to all my obligations with my partner, with my kids. My car broke down. I'm feeling sick. My back hurts. I can't do it anymore. It's just getting too hard. You have the option to complain and sit there and bask in blame, resentment, bitterness to the world. You're bringing yourself down. You're selling yourself short. You're not upgrading yourself. You're downgrading your mentality, which will downgrade your mood. And people won't want to be around you as much. And the second option is to be better. Being better embodies potential. Upgrading. Driving through seeing challenges as a simple stepping stone. There's always going to be challenges. Always. You're always going to pay your bills. Why wrestle with it? You're always going to have some form of pain in your life in terms of physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, anything. You're always going to have that. Why wrestle with it? Your energy is always going to go where your attention goes. So energy will flow where your attention goes. So if you're focusing on all these bad things, how do you ever expect things to get better? I can guarantee you 100% of the time when you focus on the bad parts of your life, you'll never get better. It's impossible. So why do it? And this brings me to the other points that can improve your life, which is not watching the news. You know, we watch the news. Some people watch it religiously. And then you ask them, what are you getting from the news? Oh, it informs me. What other benefit? Is there any other benefit other than being informed? And what's the downside? It changes your mood. It's making you feel worse about society and the world in general. It's giving you this bleak view of everything. You know, it's a really bad time to be alive. All these problems in the world. Really? When you walk outside, why is it so drastic on the news? And when you walk outside and you meet people, do you see that same engagement? It's the same thing as social media. It's a small pocket of information that is programming your mind to think the rest of the world is the way you see the news. Stop watching the news for 1 week and tell me how your mood is. It won't fluctuate like it does now. It won't put you in a fearful state. It won't make you overthink. It won't make you judge people as much as you think they're dangerous or bad. It's molding the way you perceive the world. It's an altered perception. So the news definitely is one thing. The other thing is hanging on to things in our life that don't serve us. Letting go of these things. Just because you're focusing on it doesn't mean you're solving it. You're not solving it. By putting attention on something doesn't mean you're solving it. Write your problems all down on a piece of paper and how many of them you can control. The ones you can control, you focus on them. You put your energy toward them. But problems in the world that you can't control and you're stressing over, and you won't even, they're most likely overseas. Have you ever put forward money, energy, attention into any of the problems you've heard of overseas? I guarantee you've heard of over 10,000 problems on the news. How many of them have you contributed to and changed? Probably none. And yet we put so much attention on it. So what do we really benefit from? Are we benefiting anything from watching the news? And it's the same thing with our lives. When we focus on things that we can't control, we always lose because we're handing our power to something that will never change, no matter how much energy we put on it. If you walk outside every day and your mood is dictated by the weather and it rains for 3 months straight, how can you be happy? So the idea is to focus on the good things in life, focus on the things you can control, and impact those areas. Don't impact stuff you can't control. It's wasted energy. It's a sink to your energy. And that's why you feel drained all the time. That's why you're feeling helpless. You're handing over your power to things that you can't even control. It's like a fish being in a tank and that fish wants to move a glass cup outside of the tank. No matter what no matter how much energy that fish spends thinking about moving that cup, can you see how it's wasted? It's the same thing when you're watching the news or focusing on things in your life you can't control. It's wasting your energy. So if you sit down and write down your problems, whatever they may be, write them down and figure out which ones you can and cannot control. If you can't control them, some of your problems can be influenced. So if it's a problem between you and another person, change the way you're acting and reacting to that person and see if that changes things. But don't ever expect things to just change on their own when you cannot control them. Things you can control is your thoughts, the meaning you add to situations. A bad coffee is not the end of the world. One incident all day should not affect your whole day or week or month. Learn to control what is bad and improve what is good. This doesn't mean you have to be oblivious to the bad. It just means don't add big meaning and big influence and attachment to those bad things to really ruin your day, because then everyone else will be affected by that. Learn to let go of things you can't control. That is the biggest lesson that I can give you and that I've used in my life to obviously push me forward. And it comes with time and it comes with awareness. When you're aware of the things you can't control, you don't waste time on them. They happen and don't happen. They're still going to happen, but you just don't focus on them. And then you see the brighter side to life. And it just makes life so much better, so much more worthy when you're not spending your energy and your power on those things. You'll have more power for yourself, your family, your hobbies, your friends. Things that actually do matter, things that you can influence and contribute to, rather than just, I want to be informed. I just want to be informed. I want to be inclusive. Everyone else is watching it and I want something to talk about. Who cares? Isn't your mental state more important than a topic that everyone's talking about? So guys, this is my video for today. It's basically letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. So if you think somebody is being dictated by their environment, they're constantly not in a good mood and you don't know why, and they're afraid to let go of something because they think they're going to lose a part of themselves, like, subscribe, and share with somebody who you believe needs this message. And guys, I'll see you in the next one.